Hey.
Are we on?
Red light's
hey! Welcome. Welcome back, Phil.
Yo!
You've been all like hiding from everybody for the past couple of days. Are you coronavirus?
I am all the coronavirus. No, I am not. I didn't feel so good. Just to be on the safe side, I stayed away from here just in case. But thankfully, my not feeling so good went to feeling just fine. And I'm back. So I come to hang out with these guys.
So like 5 days gone, you know, it's kind of like your own like mini
That was
quarantine.
weird. It was very strange because I was trying very hard not to go anywhere. My wife was trying very hard not to go anywhere. And it's like the extra quarantine was weird.
I think we've been, most of us here, or at least the half of us that are still working, because we're essential, has definitely altered our outlook on this.
Yeah.
Than a lot of
because
you guys
we're moving,
at home.
right? We're leaving the house.
We're leaving the house. It's really weird driving in, driving back.
Man, it's like especially for you, right? I mean, it's a 5-minute drive for me, so it's not a huge deal. But
yeah, for me, I'm normally 45 minutes to an hour on the way in. I choose how long it takes me to drive the 47 miles. So speed is up to me.
Yeah, that would be strange.
There's no other cars out. It's like a really weird situation, and it's during regular drive times, and there's nobody out. I have noticed this week has been more than the last couple of weeks, so I think more people are getting out of the house to do stuff in the mornings.
Getting a little bit of cabin fever, I guess.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, you gotta, for your own sanity, get the heck out of the house, but we still gotta try to contain this stuff as much as we can, so do the very best you can to stay at home with your family.
And we've been talking about it, and I mean, we really want you all to come in. We actually have stuff again.
Yeah, we have lots of stuff.
In fact, while you were gone, we had a couple of cool stuffs come in, and we've actually got quite a bit of cool stuff on the wall.
Yeah, I was going to do my...
a full set of ARs. We've got pistols, we've got rifles, we've got real short ones, medium-sized ones, long ones. We've got SCAR, we've got lots of pistols again, we've got some ammo. But at the same time, we really don't, like, if you need something, come in and get it.
Yep.
If you don't need it,
stay home.
Stay home.
Yeah, don't, if you need
the numbers are starting to look pretty goodish.
Yeah.
In regards to whatever's going on with this situation, it's starting to get to where there's multiple places that are seeing the same number of cases as they had yesterday, so that's trending in a good direction.
Yep.
A little bit longer, and then
and hopefully if we can all do our part, hopefully that quarantine time will stay where it is now and not get bumped. That's what I'm not hoping for, is that it gets bumped out even longer. And
I am seeing some good things. I know there's been some sports teams that have already started sending out emails saying, hey, this is unofficial yet, but right as of right now, May 4th, you can start going back to doing things. So
May the 4th be with you?
That's exactly what I posted on both of those posts that I saw. I was like, for my girls and their softball, both of them had posts on that, and that was my post back.
Yeah, see, my kids, all their stuff got totally scrubbed. Their soccer got scrubbed and rugby got scrubbed. So that kind of sucks for them, but it is what it is. You know, everybody's got to do their part.
Baseball players and softball players are tougher than soccer players.
And rugby players.
Once again, we know that.
Rugby, come on. But I get it.
Rugby's probably just a little too much touchy-touchy.
Yeah.
For this new
and the scrums and stuff
right now that they're doing.
It's so weird just interacting with people. You know, like the no handshake thing and all that. It's weird because I like to shake hands and give high fives and stuff, and it's very strange.
Yeah,
you're like saying bye.
Like I just like walking by and just a simple high five means a lot. And like right now you're like,
oh, I can't do that.
And so some of you guys that are coming in,
and that may change.
And you're trying to do the high five thing, and you see us kind of weird. It's weird.
It'd be interesting to see how whatever the new normal ends up being. If it ends up being a
I don't want to end up like what China is, where people are walking around with masks and all that stuff just on a normal. I just don't want that.
Oh, I don't. Yeah, and I don't think we.
And I'm not saying that the masks aren't a good thing. And yes,
right
by
now,
all means, keep doing masks.
But as a normal way of life, I don't necessarily agree with that.
Right. Because then how, like, what happens to beards then? If you want proper mask, your beard's got to go.
Yeah, that would be a weird thing.
Nobody wants to see what's under this beard.
I do.
It's scurry. It's scurry.
God, it would be strange. I know it's the same way for me when I shaved when my beard was like that and real long, and I shaved it off. I was like, whoa.
And then it takes so long to make it look like you're normal again.
Not me, but
well, me.
Yeah.
It would definitely. Like, takes a lot to cover this up.
Yeah.
But so some of the exciting things. Look at that.
Yeah, man, I kind of dig it.
Smith & Wesson teamed up with Kyle Lamb of Viking Tactics to produce what I think is a pretty solid overall build. I think they missed the mark on
a couple little things.
At the price point, I just think without doing it, you're not doing yourself justice. But ultimately, they start off with a 1-in-8 barrel, 5R rifling, which is a little more accurate than some of the other options that are out there. They're not pointing out whether it's chrome lined or not. I am not a fan of chrome lined. I think chrome lined doesn't give you as accurate a barrel in the beginning stages. I know it lasts longer. None of us shooting machine guns. We don't need the heat. We don't need to worry. Black melanite is great. It appears to be some sort of a nitride melanite type situation. So not sure, but it seems to be good. It is chrome moly on the barrel, so it is of good quality. As you may know, they bought Thompson, so Thompson Center is making their barrel now, which is awesome. They put a Geisley trigger in. It's not the normal Geisley, but wow, is it nice feeling.
Yeah.
Really nice, but single-sided selector.
That seems silly to me.
Why would you not go ambi? Everybody's doing ambi now. Why
and it's
would
such a small thing to make a big difference on a rifle.
Huge difference.
Yeah.
Huge difference, especially with all these backwards guys now, and more people doing backwards shooting. You got a flat trigger guard. Everybody's going to oversized. It's silly.
That is.
And an A2.
Yeah, grip.
Seriously?
Now the good thing is all of the safety, a little bit difficult. Not hard to do, but a little bit. Grip, super easy to do. The trigger guard, again, a good roll pin punch will help you out. You don't have to have one, but being able to change that out is relatively simple. But still, why not just do it? Why not? Just
they got a free float rail. It's a Troy Battle, the Alpha Battle Rail. It is very thin. So some of you guys with dainty hands under high volume shooting, you'll end up getting a little extra heat. Is it a little dark, Jeff? Jeff's playing with the camera behind, or the lights behind the camera. So, but really, overall, a really, really nice setup. About $1,500. So it's still underneath like Daniel Defense, which I would put it at about that capability level.
That category.
But Daniel did something smart, and they went to ambi charging handles, ambi selectors. I think that should be on pretty much everything. Charging handle, it can be an argument back and forth. I'm partial to an upgraded charging handle, but
it's really
I don't
hard.
care about ambi.
This type of charging handle there's nothing wrong with using it, but when you get used to, especially an oversized ambi, I could give or take.
Right.
Oversized for sure. I like. And when you get used to that oversized charging handle, when you go to something like this, it feels like something's missing.
Yeah,
it just doesn't feel right. If that's what you're used to, though, then that may not be a big deal to you. Again, something easy for you to change out, especially if you have your own preferences. If you like this charging handle versus
I like the
this
Fortis Hammer, so that's the one I'm going for. Even if I've got one that comes with an ambi, I'm still going to swap it out.
So maybe they recognize that.
It's just a personal thing, and maybe that's what they did with the grip. They did use the Voltor iMod. Which is similar to the old SOP mod stock, which I really like the stock.
Yep.
I definitely wouldn't change that. I would definitely change the grip and the safety. I would leave the trigger.
Absolutely.
Ultimately, it needs a couple of basic upgrades, I think, and they're all right here.
Add a dot and some sights,
Just
and you're good.
Upgrade that, put a dot, maybe a magnifier. It is a 16-inch barrel, so it's got distance going for it. Ultimately, you're pretty squared away. Very nice.
I dig it.
I
dig it. And we've got a couple of them.
Yeah, we ended up getting a couple of them. So come in and grab one if you need. And then look at this bad boy. So Wilson redoing the things from other people. Look at that. So it's a 320 full size, and they've done some slide work. They've done some frame work. It does have the flat trigger in there, but it doesn't feel like regular SIG.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure what they did on the trigger side of things. Wilson is well known for doing really good trigger work. It seems nice, really nice as far as the trigger goes. Fiber optic front, a blacked out rear. It is, I believe it. They're the. Speaking of Vickers, I believe that it may be the Vickers sights.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
But I don't know. I mean, when it comes with factory installed night sights, I don't know why you wouldn't leave the night sights on there.
Yeah.
I don't see the value in upgrading that. The slide.
These are Wilson sights, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really dig the checkering they did on the slide. It feels really good. It's grippy. I love the grip module.
Grip, yeah.
It's pretty slick. Hopefully, I don't know. Are they selling these individually?
Yes, they are selling the grips individually. I have already talked to Ron, so we are going to be bringing in just the grips. I don't think Ron knew that they were doing the grips along with the full guns. I didn't know they were doing the full guns.
Yeah,
so,
me either.
But I do know, like Markeith has one of the grips as well on his 320. The grips themselves are only like $75, under $100.
Yeah, and it's I would definitely take that.
3-minute process, if that, maybe a 30-second process if you really know what you're doing. Lock the slide to the rear. One turnkey, pull,
done. Swap
the stuff, drop it back in, you're good to go. So really like that grip on that. Really awesome setup. So
yeah, I dig it.
Definitely neat. And like I said, we've got all kinds of stuff. We've got some Scorpions up there. We've got some treads in various sizes. Let's see, we got Saints. We got some Dana Defense. We got one of the CMMG Banshee conversion.
The 9mm conversion.
The 9mm conversion. So it's the standard AR lower, conversion magazine, 9mm upper, do 9mm things. Swap the upper over onto whatever caliber upper you want. It runs on standard AR-15. Insert new mag with new ammo and go back to doing the things. What else we got?
Now I'm going to get back to
a bunch of Kel-Tecs too.
Tomorrow,
17 and 19 variations.
I think I'm going to get back to my normal or my new normal morning update video. I was going to do it this morning and we got kind of sidetracked with some other stuff and I never got around to it. But just to update you on current stuff we've got, the store is looking much better. Still not back to normal,
right,
but looking much better. Shipping is still the big thing, right?
Behind.
We've got all sorts of things on order, just waiting for them to come in. And we have the same issue right now with ordering online, right? I mean, we're seeing about a 2-week or so.
Yeah, about 2 week behind on the online ordering from the vendors. It is still one of the best ways of finding what you're looking for.
If you want a specific thing,
a better option of having different things. We have some things that may not be listed on there, but it's very doubtful. Most of what we have is the stuff that is available, and the stuff that is available is available.
Yeah.
The stuff that's not, it's not. I know that we have had a couple of people that have come in asking for unusual things, and I hate to say it, but right now the special orders for the oddball things, no vendors are producing oddball things right now. They're going to the bread and butter things, the things that are in high demand. So is SIG going to put together 238 Legion? Probably not right now. They're dumping all resources into 365s. That's where people are looking. That's where people are going. So if you do need something, though, special, reach out. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, if you can't find it on the site, feel free to shoot us an email, to send us a Facebook message. We'll look, and we'll tell you, hey, if we can find it, it's going to be a while, but we can get it, or we might have to say, hey, I can't find that anywhere. If you can find it in stock somewhere else, go get it. All right. We want you to, like I said before, we want you to come out and check stuff out, but really only if you have to. Okay.
So looking.
Sorry, we're on a shorter crew today, so we got to kind of monitor our own stuff this morning.
So in regards to wiping down of the guns, yes, we are trying to wipe down guns as often as we can. However, please, if you come in and you try out guns, please don't lick your hands.
Yeah.
We have multiple wash stations around here. You can wash your hands and then you can lick them. That's cool, but don't lick them in between touching guns.
Yeah, and for those of you that don't know, if this has got the sickness on it, I can't get it by touching it. I can get it by touching it and then touching my face or licking my hands. So yes, if you're up here and you're look, touch, feel, all sorts of stuff, that's fine. And yes, we are trying to clean stuff up, but always a good idea, even more so now when you're handling stuff. And guns are gross anyway. I mean, they're covered in oil and solvents and all sorts of weird stuff. You handle it, you go do your thing, keep your hands off your face, and you're good. I know a lot of people touch their face and don't even realize it. And also, if you wear gloves, it makes no difference if you touch this thing and then touch your face. Okay?
Yeah.
Again, you don't absorb anything through your hands. You would touch the thing and then take your gloves off and throw those away.
And for
don't
those
drop
of you,
them in the
if you
flipping
have
parking
your
lot.
gloves and you touch your phone, you're defeating the purpose.
Yes.
Because then you're going to put your phone up to your face. You're defeating the purpose of the gloves.
And it's amazing. I guess because, I don't know, but people just don't think about it. I had the discussion with my kids, like, if you stuck your hand in a puddle of mud, where would you see that mud, right? Are you going to rub it all over your face? No, you're going to do everything you can. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Same goes with the gloves. You put your hands, gloved up hands in a puddle of mud, you still got mud on your hands, right?
Yeah.
So you got to get that off without touching it. And please, don't throw your gloves in the parking lot.
Oh my God.
We don't want your nasty stuff. Gilbert
And
doesn't
no
want your
other
nasty
place
stuff.
wants your nasty
Yes.
stuff.
Throw it in the trash. Thank you. Any other questions we got on there about anything?
Let's see. We haven't shot the Wilsons, Mike, so I'm not sure. Mike's asking if, since you've shot his 320, his Legion 320, comparison between the two. I don't think there's any comparison. I think they're totally two different guns.
Yeah.
They still feel like two totally different guns. The Legion, we do have some of those as well. The Legion is much heavier.
I
love it.
Dude, I want that gun so bad.
Real bad.
That X5 Legion is so nice.
It is.
And I'm a fan of the 320. I don't own one. I've liked the pistol. I've never had much want for one, but that X5 Legion definitely has me wanting that pistol. It's really nice.
Yeah, that thing's awesome. Yeah, that's about the only one. Steven's asking, we have that one, yes. Mike wants to know if you got over aggressive with the Razor again.
I did. Yeah. I just get tired of it. Like, it starts to get some length and I have to deal with it more and I get tired of it, and literally I'm confused on days of the week. I think it was Monday maybe. I'm done with it and I just trimmed it up again. And it was funny, I came out from taking a shower, my wife's like, oh, I didn't know you were gonna go short again. I'm like, okay, I guess that's the last time for that for a while.
Right, full long, grow the beard, power the beard.
Yeah.
I know. What else do we have? I'm trying to think of anything else that we have here.
Ammo. We got ammo. We got some bulk ammo.
We don't have
bulk.
Yeah, home defense or actual defensive stuff. I think we got it in 38 specials. All we have for defensive stuff.
We just can't get it. We're trying. Can't get it.
And I'm sorry, but there is a threshold of what we're able to do and where we're able to go. And so I just, unless that is absolutely the only thing we can get, you're not going to see $25 boxes of ammo unless literally that's all we can get.
Yeah, just to give somebody something.
So I know that some have been complaining about some price gouging. I can assure you that at least we're not trying to price gouge. We haven't raised our prices on anything. We have noticed that the vendors that we get it from, we had already been told first quarter that prices would be going up during the year. They were telling us that
prior to any of this,
third and fourth quarter. So get ready. And I don't know if that was just their sales pitch in the beginning of the year. Hey, submit your bulk annual orders, and that way we can get you on the new pricing schedules. Prices will be going up towards the end of the year. I don't know. I'm not the buyer anymore, so I don't have to deal with that stuff, so I like that. However, I do know that the 20 cent and sub 20 cent 9mm is a thing of the past.
Yep.
Nobody's got it. Even at bulk rate, you're not finding it that cheap.
And here's the thing, is you can still find those prices on some places online, but if you actually look at it, you know what it says? Out of stock.
Out of stock or estimated delivery.
Yeah.
And that is based on the guys that had that annual, and so on the whatever day for them, maybe it's the 15th, but on this date they'll have another pallet ship, and so it's stuff that's already pre-ordered. The vendors are trying to get everything they can done as quickly as they can, so there may still be some that are out there in the lower ranges. Hopefully our vendors have done the same thing. We'll get some normally priced ammo again.
Yeah.
But it's getting slim pickings, and we're only willing to go so far.
Yeah.
So we would rather almost go, I don't know.
It's hard to say that, but I know, you'd like to say we'd rather just not have it, because people assume that if we've got it, we're paying nothing for it and we're charging extra, and we're not, right? We're at the same margin level that we always are, just to keep the lights on and pay the people, and it just costs us more, right? And eventually it will get to a point where they've got to make that decision. Do we not buy any, or do we not have any?
So far, Ron and John have been really good at staying ahead of this, and I mean, we do have ammo. We've got 9mm right now in 100-round packs and 50-round packs. We've got 5.56 and 500-round packs and 1,000-round packs, along with your standard 20-round packs. We've got 300 Blackout. We've got some 6.5 Creedmoor. We've got 380, 40, 45.
Yep.
Most of all the pistol ammo that we have, though, like we said, it's going to be your training stuff.
Yep.
We are hoping that we'll be able to open up training.
Oh boy, yeah. I mean,
I'm not sure when.
Right now we're scheduled till the end of the stay-home order, and we'll just kind of see
Fingers
what happens.
crossed.
Yes,
Maybe
I'm hoping
we'll be
that
able to-
stays there, does not get extended, because I'm ready to get back in the classroom. I know we were talking this morning, Dustin and Vinny, all the other trainers, we want to teach, right? And we've got a lot of new gun owners that we want to train up. We just can't do it and follow, even though we're considered an essential business, following the spirit of that order and not trying to be in close proximity to people we don't know, we're not working with and whatever. That's tough. So we pretty much, well, not pretty much, we have
We've totally
stopped
yeah.
the training, and that's killing me, because that's what I love to do.
Yeah. Now we do
Keep learning.
have some videos. We were shooting some videos this morning as well. We got some videos that are going to be coming out, your basics and so forth. So it'll be
Just thinking about the struggle. Dustin is the
we really
primary.
should have just run a lot of that and just one straight no cut, and then just because man, there'd be some outtakes.
Oh, there are.
Hopefully you got a few of them, because there's a couple of statements that were made that was like, what is that English? I'm not sure what you were attempting.
It's
there,
amazing when you have like the first. I just finished the first video right before we went live today, and it's like 3:45, 3 minutes 45 seconds, something like that. And the amount of footage that I have for that 3 minutes and 45 seconds is astounding.
Yeah, I mean,
I probably got 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Yeah.
20 different attempts. All right, we just need the exit. We just need the outro. 7 takes later. Jeez,
Yeah, it's
God.
funny. It's
But
funny
the
what
same
happens when you
stuff.
put one of those little funny cameras in front of somebody that you can say something over and over and over and over again. You put that thing up and you're like, what?
What was I saying? Yeah, it's just like that little black pen in Men in Black.
Yeah.
Whole brain goes empty.
Gone away.
Yeah.
Gone away.
Although we could have probably just stuck a buzzer next to him.
A shot timer?
Yeah, like a little shot timer that may have started a bit. Of course, then we would have had like unload and make
Yeah, all sorts of weird stuff going on and running around.
Let's see. Yep, prices are higher at every level of manufacturing, and it's true. Lead's gone up, and you guys that are into speculations for metals and precious metals and all that good stuff, they're made with some of the less than precious, but some of those same metals. You know, brass is the same brass that everybody's using. Comes from the same raw materials, lead, copper. It's all stuff. Everything's going up. It's getting harder. And then with all the lead restrictions that are going on, it makes it harder on the manufacturers. So it is going up. Hopefully not too fast.
Yeah.
But
This is why you get prepared. When you find deals, you get them.
and grab as much as you can. There's no such thing as enough ammo or too much. Well, maybe too much.
Only if you run out of room. That's the way I look at it.
I may come to a point where I have too much ammo. In fact, let's see if we can get to too much ammo. Just bring me some ammo and we'll start stockpiling it. And then
We'll
get
figure out
to
what that point is.
the point of too much. We'll tell you how much is too much.
Yes. Sounds good.
I mean,
Works for you.
No.
Yeah.
I'll even share. If I get to too much, I'll share. If I get to enough, I'll share.
No, that won't happen. Enough definitely won't happen. Too much is possible only because of space. You just, although that wouldn't be enough. You could have too much for containment, but not be enough ammo. Like this table will only support 10,000 rounds. That's not enough.
True.
But that's all it can take.
We did get a barrel of 14,000 rounds. That was kind of cool.
Yeah. Not fun to lift, but it was pretty cool.
No. Nor was it fun to try and sort through and count, too.
Maybe that's why I was sick, so I didn't have to do that.
Let's see. First MRD for pistol. 509M that needs a friend. So the question is on a micro red dot on a pistol. I am a huge fan of the Holosun setup. I really like the Holosun.
I do too.
507, 508, new version, old version. I don't care which variant you go with. It's simple, it's easy, it's durable. I have beaten mine up.
I think the price point's there.
All over the place.
I'm a big fan of the Trijicon, right? The RMRs. They have the durability. They've been around for a long time.
Nearly indestructible.
But the price point puts it out of reach for a lot of people. Or, I mean, you could buy another gun, right? And the Holosun, it doesn't have the combat proven stuff, whatever.
No.
That means nothing to me personally where I am.
I'll be honest, I don't think it is as durable.
No, it probably isn't. But
or the SRO. I don't.
The SRO is pretty nice too.
I mean, those are your top two, in my opinion. RMR SRO for absolute durability, not having to worry. The only thing you got to do is change the battery out once a year. Like literally, we got plenty of our boys that are overseas, literally getting blown up. Pick up the gun, and the RMR is still not only still intact, and still zeroed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to argue that.
I don't know that you're going to find anything else that's
I love the solar ability of the Holosuns.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of circle dots. I've said this before. I tell people all the time, especially in my classes. I don't know if I've said it on the live show, but I'm a fan of circle dots because I have astigmatism. So dots look like lines to me. And circle dots basically tells my brain that's the middle, right? Because I can see the circle, and I know the dot's supposed to be in the middle of that. And the 507s and 508s have got that. Now it's a small circle dot, but it's still a circle dot.
Yeah, it's
I'm the same way.
Which a lot of your professionals and your experts and the guys that are way smarter than me are saying the bigger the better on a pistol. 6 MOA, 8 MOA. I mean, it does make sense.
Yeah.
If you just have the dot, Leopold Delta Point is another one that's really good, and the Delta Point Pro.
Yep.
You've got lots of options out there: the Fast Fire, the Venoms, the Vortex options, Venom and Viper.
Yeah.
I'll be honest though, in everything that I've seen in competitions, accentuate the beating that a lot of things get. The ones that I've seen hold up the best are going to be your Trijicon options, RMR and SROs, and then the Holosun. I haven't seen one die yet in a match. Not saying that they won't. I'm sure they will.
Yes, it'll happen.
But I am a big fan of that, and I find it to be much easier to learn with having a big 32 MOA ring around the outside, where it's not as important to get the dot to come up in the window when you first present it. Because if I've got a half circle on the top of my window,
You know what
it's
direction you gotta
clear
go.
to me at that point, I'm high, I need to point down, and then the circle comes down. If you just get just a dot that doesn't show up, you're not really sure, and
fishing
you
for
start looking for how do I knit. Oh, there, whoop! It just went right to left, and until you start really understanding what's going on, you don't know what happened and which way you're pointing. So it takes extra time to do that. Whereas if you see that half circle on the left, you know the dot's on the left. So
Move the gun to
I
the right.
think the circle dot is an easier thing for learning that dot. And then as you go, if you don't want that extra large reticle,
You can turn it off.
turn it off, go back to just a dot. If you need something larger, bloom it. Just increase the brightness, run it a little bit brighter, it'll bloom out a little bit. Even people that have astigmatism like yours and mine, like I see a weird hash
Squiggly thing.
But again, with the circle around it, I get a dot.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan. There are frame mounted or slide mounted. There are frame mounts. I definitely wouldn't do a frame mount. There's only a very select few guns that it's built
work with,
for.
yeah.
And outside of competition, there's no advantage to a frame mounted optic. The slide mounted optics, the downside is if your gun doesn't come with the optic cut already, it's going to cost you a couple $100, 150-ish roughly,
Machining, yeah.
to have it done. You'll be out of the gun for a while, and depending on how you want it coated after that, maybe an additional charge. If you're just going to put a dot on it and leave it, no reason to worry about what's underneath. If you want to take the dot off though, generally speaking, it's going to cost you some extra money to have a plate built to cover that up to make it look back to factory. One of the other options is a rear sight mount that actually you punch out your rear sight, install this, and then it kind of puts a little tabletop on top, and you can mount your optic to that. So a couple of different ways.
They all have their ups and downs.
They have their ups and downs. There's now Crimson Trace is another one. I've started seeing some of this stuff from Crimson Trace. I don't have a whole lot of time on it. We played with their scope last year at SHOT Show. We saw some of their red dots at the show. Didn't even know they were doing that yet. I know that there's been a couple of companies that are going with them. I believe the Canics are now coming.
Oh, really? I did not know that.
With the Crimson Trace, their SC, their subcompact one is coming with the Crimson Trace on there. It's one of the other ones. Smith.
Yeah. Obviously, because they own
Smith
Crimson
went
Trace.
with Crimson Trace on theirs. I don't know. Sky.
Yep.
Speaking of weird,
Yeah.
that is the weirdest setup I've seen.
It's so strange.
So the optic itself, MSRP is like $329.
Yeah.
I think. Regular price that you're going to see them at is at $300, $309, somewhere in that range. I think $309 is the technical map price on it, the minimum you can advertise to sell it at. But the Sky is a $240 pistol.
Without a dot.
Without a dot. They cut it, put a dot on top of it, and added $100 to it.
Yeah.
So we literally have Sky pistols. We sold through a couple of them. I think we're out of them at the moment, but Sky pistols, nice little, good size. I mean, if it's something that you're looking for, I don't want to spend a bunch of money, but I just want something that
And I'll tell you,
it's really not a bad
it's
setup.
really not.
I
mean,
kind of like it.
it.
Very long, very heavy trigger pull.
Yeah,
but
I
very
was
defensive
very
focused.
biased against them for a long time, and this is an ignorant thing to do, but I'll admit it, is that I was biased against them simply because of their price point. You know, that it was too cheap to be good. After I shot it a few times, now I don't own one, I don't have thousands and thousands of rounds through any, but we see people in here all the time that buy them. I see very, very few that come in here for problems, right? The trigger pull, yes, is long and heavy, but honestly, for a double action only, it's not a terrible trigger pull. It's
No, and
actually pretty
it is
decent.
smooth.
Yep.
It is smooth. It doesn't have a lot of grit in it. It's just long.
Yeah.
And it is less than light.
And for $340 or whatever the pistol is,
With a $300 red dot
Yeah.
on it,
That's crazy.
$329 MSRP red dot on top of a $240 gun, and they go, let's sell
Bump it
for
100.
$340.
Yeah.
I don't know if they're making a dime.
Yeah.
I really don't.
And it's for all intents and purposes, it seems like a decent dot. Again, I don't have time behind one. Crimson Trace is a
complaining about it.
me either. Crimson
Normally,
Trace
if
though is a
they're
big
crap,
company.
You hear pretty quickly that they're crap.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that.
Yeah.
I haven't heard anything really good things about it. In fact, I haven't
one of those,
seen
like,
a whole
no
lot of
news is good
reviews at
news.
all yet on it. But I also wonder, is it something that's readily available?
Yeah. That I don't
There's
know either.
very few on the Romeo Zero.
Yeah.
There's very few out in the wild. I have played with them. They are pretty nice. I've put them on a couple of 365s. They are nice.
Just wish we could get them
But
someday.
House on 507K should be coming out soon, and 508Ks, that's their small
Those little bitty
frames. But I believe they've been hit by the Corona COVID thing really
Yep.
hard.
Just like those
First
little
time they haven't hit what I've heard is this their expected ship date. First time I've heard of that from them, but I do know that their 507s and 508s came out. The V2s started shipping early, so I don't think it's a thing on their end. I think it's a supply thing. And
Yeah, more than likely.
this whole shutdown thing has really hurt a lot of
Yep.
people.
Yep, for sure.
Let's see, anything else exciting? We're good there.
If you guys got any questions, hit us up in the next minute or two, and if we see it, we'll get to it. If not,
We're also going to do a thing, so give us some ideas. Friday, what is it? What do we call it?
Oh, boy.
5 Minute Fridays?
5 Minute Fridays,
5 Minute
yep.
Fridays. So we need a little timer thing. That's something we still need to get. Is just a little old school style kitchen timer. You'd be surprised. I asked my wife, and she's like, no, I use my cell phone. And my daughter comes out and goes, what are you looking for, Dad? I was like, I'm looking for our old school, like the egg
clunky timer.
It's like,
what is that?
I remember that, but I just use my cell phone. And then my younger daughter comes out. I'm like, hey, the little one, you're always getting into stuff. Where happened to the timer? I don't know. I lost it. And so now I just use my cell phone. You should just use that, Dad.
Yeah, we
trying to get away from that,
we don't want
but-
the new. Oh, I do have my cell phone. We don't want the newfangled technology thing. We want the clunk, 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 clunk.
I want something that sits there and we get 5 minutes to do a thing. One thing. What do you want to know? What do you want? It's less than 5 minutes to go through.
And when the 5 minutes is up, even if you're asking a question, we're killing it.
Good videos.
So we're gonna try to have some fun with it. We'll answer whatever kind of questions you got, and we'll come to it. This is very new in its inception, right?
Right.
We're gonna come to it with
don't know
a
what we're
certain
doing.
thing in mind, and then kind of let you guys drive, right? If you want to see something, we'll get up and go look at something. If you got a question about something, we'll do our best to answer it. But when that 5 minutes is up, that's it.
5 minutes.
Shut it up.
Preferably as few topics as possible so that we hit it in 5 minutes.
Yeah.
What's your favorite seat belt?
Yeah.
Cool. We might be able to hit 2 or 3 on that one. Favorite gun? Ooh.
Oh, yeah, that'd be a tough one.
Way tougher to fit in 5 minutes. So give me some ideas.
Yeah, throw some
on what
stuff
you
out at
want.
us.
The guys that submitted different things, we totally paid attention, and we have got a couple of videos already shot that cover a couple of things that you're like, hey, this would be cool. And then a couple of them we have planned out for very near future.
Coming
So,
soon, yes.
is
It's
the
still
one
trying to
thing that-
iron out all the details on those.
For me, the one thing I like about this shutdown thing is that the downside of not being able to train also has the offset of having a training guy that doesn't have anything he can do right now, so he could maybe do some video stuff.
Yay, me. No, it's a good thing. A lot of stuff that we've been talking about doing for a while anyway.
Yeah, we finally have
The opportunity.
the ability of having a little more time that we can scrape off of Phil's plate to go, hey,
Let's go do
now
this.
that you're kind of stuck, which after this is all done and we open up training, be ready because Dustin
It's-
and Phil are going through and revamping all of our training stuff.
Yep.
So
Making tweaks.
we're going to have, I think the way he's talking, we could have 5 to 6 or so
Defensive
levels of
handgun
different
stuff. Yep.
handguns and rifles, and so we'll have a bunch more classes coming up here pretty soon too.
Yep, absolutely. And we're going to be hitting them hard too. We're going to be doubling and tripling up on class intervals. You know, as far as normally we do 3 CCWs a month, we might do 6 a month. You know, we normally do 2 basic pistols a month. We'll do 4 or 5 a month, just to try to get some of you who are already signed up for classes that had to get postponed, and a lot of you newer folks that did not sign up for a class because you weren't sure when they were going to start happening again. So we can try to get you in as quickly as possible. It's going to turn my world upside down, but that's okay.
Drop the numbers down a little bit of people involved in the class and so forth, but that's all. What is the new normal? Once we figure out that, and then we'll have a better idea on that stuff. So.
And I'm hesitant right now. I've had a few people asking me about some of the more advanced classes and when they're going to be updated, and I've been hesitant right now because a lot of my effort and my time is going to go into some of the lower level classes, again, just to get people spun up and going. That some of our higher end classes that we might only do once every 3 months or so, they might get pushed off even a little bit further right now. But we'll see. We'll see how we can schedule stuff and figure out what that new normal is and just kind of roll from there.
And remember, if you've got something that you need help in doing, this, that, or the next thing, it doesn't matter what it is. It can be everything from, I don't even know what this thing is or how it does, to, you know, hey, I know how to shoot a pistol. I've shot shotguns plenty, but I just pulled a bear tag in Alaska for a rifle, and I don't know how to use a rifle. So I need a rifle and an optic, and I need you to show me how to use it.
Done.
So all things that can be done through private lessons that maybe we don't have a specific class that does what you want to do, let us know. Phil and Dustin are real good at being able to be like, okay, here, how does that thing work?
Let's do it.
And then get you up to speed. So I don't think there's anything new on here unless it's not updating or anything. So
which we do have that problem sometimes. So we're not ignoring you if we're not answering your question. Sometimes our phones don't update and we can't see the questions, and at least it gives us an excuse if we do want to ignore them, that we have the excuse of blaming it on Facebook.
I'm not even doing, like, look, that's
hey, well, now they're watching a video of us.
You're watching the video of the video.
Is that now? Or is it then now?
On that, Mark, we still have nothing. So, are you ready?
I'm out, dude. I'm ready.
Are you guys ready? Let's do this thing. Let's go have some fun.
I'm gonna go shut us down.
Hey, can we go shoot someday? Hey, remember that one time when we used to have a range downstairs where people could go and they could go, pew!
Oh, come on.
Maybe we'll have that someday again.